Ringside, boys, and welcome to the side of the ring. I was about to say it's time for the side of the ring. Man, all right, welcome to the side of the ring because it's time for some ringside rumors. There's a lot of words in my head. Bray Wyatt's return at Extreme Rules was well received by WWE officials per Fightful Select. The report also notes that some of the references used in the White Rabbit teases had to be approved, but otherwise regular members of the WWE creative team weren't involved in them. Yeah, I remember reading about that, and then we're saying how, oh, it's Triple H's baby and not to do anything, because it was his thing, and he wanted to make sure that it was done properly. Some of the references used in the White Rabbit teases had to be approved. I wonder what it was. Maybe it was like some of the clips that they used. That's all I could think about with some of the clips. Next, Wrestling Observer Live's Brian Alvarez said there are two reasons why some wrestlers want to leave AEW and return to WWE. First, they have more faith in Triple H leading the way than Vince McMahon. And second, they don't work enough in AEW and prefer WWE's busier schedule. Okay, well that one surprised me because Andrade recently came out and was like, I would rather work with AEW because their schedule is a lot more laxed than the WWE schedule that everybody's doing. So, if anything, that tells you everything you need to know about the wrestlers who want to come back and the wrestlers who want to stay and all that sort of stuff, So, it's really just down to preference now. Sorry, I needed to refuel. Next, Dave Meltzer wrote in Sports Illustrated that WWE contacted Renee Paquette to return to the company. Okay, yeah, WWE contacted Renee Paquette for its recent shakeup to the commentary teams, but she rejected their offer. That means she's going to AEW. That's got to mean she's going to AEW then, because I assume you would consider the offer instead of rejecting it. But maybe she considered it and then rejected it. I have no idea. So that's pretty much confirming right there that she's going to AEW. Or maybe it doesn't. I have no idea. But I mean, if you told me she was going to AEW, I'd be like, yeah, that pretty much summed it up. Next, Insider confirmed the Valhalla Awaits tease that aired on SmackDown last Friday was for the returning Sara Logan. Fightful says it's part of a plan to slowly reintroduce her alongside her husband Eric and his Viking Raider partner Ivar. Nice. We already talked about that. I'm glad. I can't wait to see them. I mean, you can tell Triple H, first of all, Triple H loves his tag teams. Triple H loves his stables. He likes when everybody is sort of like in a group, just because I feel as though that, I wouldn't want to say it's easier to book, but it's more convenient because everybody's there already. You can like put somebody at ringside and have some shit happen. You can have them like get involved in the match, but not too much. There's a lot of open-ended things you can do if everybody's sort of like in a group. Finally, Mia Yim is officially a free agent after Impact contract expired recently, according to Fightful. Yeah, so I think they were, recently we talked about WWE being interested in Matt Taven, but I think that they were also, it would make sense that they bring Mia Yim back. I mean, if Mia Yim went to AEW, it would make sense because that's where Keith Lee is. But then again, I mean, maybe you don't have to go there. I don't want any more women with AEW, man. I don't. I think we need to actually see AEW bolster their women's division that they have now instead of getting new women onto the roster, because it just doesn't make any sense. It just doesn't make any sense to bring all these women on and then they're on like Dark Elevation or whatever and they're on Rampage and they're doing that thing where they're all lumped together. That doesn't make any sense. Stop doing that. Either put them in a one-on-one, a triple threat, a fatal four-way. Don't do the thing where they're all like just every single, because that's what WWE used to do. They used to do that 20-woman battle royal because everybody was upset that the women weren't on TV. And then, all right, fine. We'll do a Lumberjill match, says AEW. There you go. There's all the women right there. We're going to have Jamie Hayter run away for some reason. Here you go. Here's Athena again, despite the fact that she hasn't been in the title picture for the last, 2 months. There you go. You should be happy. What is happening? Anyway, what did we talk about? Bray Wyatt's stuff was well received and it had to be approved by the, it had to be approved by the high-ups, but otherwise, everybody was happy about it. Good. That makes sense. I mean, considering that how it was dealt with and everything, consider that Triple H was like, hey, I want it to be done this way, and I don't want anybody else to touch it because there's a potential chance that you might do something that may not be in line with my vision. Wrestling Observer Live's Brian Alvarez said there are two reasons why some wrestlers want to leave AEW and return to the Fed. They have more faith in Triple H, and they don't work enough in AEW, which makes sense. But that's really just down to preference. It's not necessarily down to the Fed is better and AEW isn't. It's just more down to how they particularly would like to work in the wrestling scene. Meltzer wrote in Sports Illustrated that WWE contacted Renee Paquette to return to the company, but she said no. Makes sense. It sounds like she's going to AEW. She couldn't. She could possibly not go to AEW. We genuinely have no idea. We'll have to wait and see. And Insider confirmed that the Valhalla Awaits tease that aired on SmackDown was for Sarah Logan. Good. I can't wait to see her back. I really just can't wait to see everybody just sort of like, just back together, really. You know? Sarah Logan and, I mean, Ruby Soho really can't even do anything right now because, first of all, she's with AEW and also she's dealing with a nose injury. But I'm glad that, you know, Sarah Logan and Liv Morgan get to see each other again, right? That's great. You know, shouts out to the Riot Squad and all that. Up the Riot Squad. Hey, I don't know. And Mia Yim is officially a free agent. Good. I don't know where she's gonna go. I don't know how this bodes for her in the future. But she's a free agent. She can go wherever she likes to. She can dip her toes to whatever she wants to. All right. And I mean, only time will tell where we see her. That's gonna do it for this episode, boys. I really hope you guys enjoyed this episode because I certainly enjoyed making it. And I'll definitely catch you guys in the next one.